Hey, it's T-Mann Tarot, and I am back with another tarot deck review, and this one is kind of long overdue. We have seen this deck before, quite possibly, if you also follow Madam Adam. They purchased this deck from Namaste Bookshop back in October, and I have seen them use it in their lives. I have also been staring at this deck in the shop, and I finally got it for myself, and I'm so glad that I did. This is the Keymaster Tarot. Comes in this lovely little tuck box. Mine arrived in not so great condition, so that is fine. A little washi tape will hold it together, but I also take this deck now and use it at the shop and read, because sometimes reading with a deck that doesn't have images is great because it just allows a conversation to happen and we aren't so fixated on the images. So this is Keymaster Tarot. So the box says, follow the Keymaster and look beyond the closed doors of the mysterious house. These unique tarot cards by Lorenzo Gaggiotti, sorry about mispronouncing your last name, lead you into the deepest room of your soul to hidden desires and your unconscious knowledge. Keymaster Tarot combines or connects the classic Tarot Marseille with the well-known Tarot of A.E. Waite and Pamela Coleman Smith, it's not mentioned on here, and the sensational illustrations of the major arcana are full of aesthetics, power, modernity. The cards of the minor arcana show the symbols of the classic playing cards. Detailed instruction booklet by Lilo Schwartz. So you can kind of see that they based it off of the playing cards, which I absolutely love. I grew up playing cards. The reason why I can shuffle is because my grandmother said to me, she was like, if you're going to sit at this table and play cards with us, you need to learn how to shuffle properly. And she forced me to shuffle until I could actually do it. We sat and played, growing up, it was easy. The Go Fist, Slapjack. She's the one who taught me how to play solitaire with a deck of cards on your own. That's why I can entertain myself with solitaire very easily. When I first started dating my now husband, when we went on vacation, there wasn't much Wi-Fi or anything, right? It was a nice kind of way to unplug, and how I did it is I played hours of solitaire by myself, and they're like, how can you just sit and do? I was like, because it's easy. I can do this very quickly. I can entertain myself. Little did I know I would now be making a career out of shuffling cards. Love it. The illustrations are very beautiful, thought-provoking. I am probably going to do a live where I modify this deck with some of the descriptions from the booklet, because the booklet is amazing. They give you a keyword and then some questions there. So maybe not necessarily the questions, but the keywords for all 78 cards. So let's dive in, shall we? Keymaster Tarot deck Lorenzo has oriented himself around the two famous tarots in the world, and the historical Tarot de Marseille from the 16th, 17th century, and the well-known Rider Waite Smith of the 1910s. The artist precisely selects scenes from both styles of modern representation and playful Art Nouveau, finding his own personal expression and opening space in the universe that are full of secrets, raising 1,000 questions that resonate in our thoughts, feelings, and souls, triggering a great longing for answers. Life itself, nature and creature, life itself, nature and creature, in its vastness, a dynamic secret that holds on to all of us, seduces us to seek the keys to the most wonderful, terrifying, pleasurable, sincere adventure and open new realms. Bit by bit, we become richer in knowledge to the questions answered and finding our way through life and our daily routine. The historical tarot deck shows four closures as swords, coins, wands, and cups. In the Keymaster tarot, the symbols are formulated somewhat differently based on the French cards. They are also represented of the four elements. Swords, air, are spades. Coins, earth, are diamonds. Wands, which is fire, are clubs. And cups, which is water, are hearts. So that's how it connects to the cards, playing cards. Spades, diamonds, clubs, and hearts, right? We see those on the four suits of the playing cards, which essentially a playing card deck is the minor arcana without the pages, right? Because we have ace through 10, jack is the knight, queen and king are obviously the queen and king in tarot, right? So we just don't have the pages, just the jack being the knight. We have questions in the deck. I loved some of these kind of depictions. The Fool had things that asked the question about, how do I laugh in everyday life? How is my sense of humor? I didn't look at it that way. And yes, the Fool, which this is the Fool, you can kind of see that like reflectiveness on it, but the Fool having fun, being the Joker. The Magician, they have the four elements that we're used to, but it's talked about in this deck that why is it kind of this translucent is because we have these concepts, but now we're working on formulating and making them real, bringing them together. All right, so the Fool. The Fool dances fully with his white, unearthly ghost dog between the worlds of light and darkness on the carpet-like ground. He only pays heartful attention to this moment in time, living it without the past and without the future. Only in being does he feel at home, without history or goal, without purpose, totally without desire, and even without fear. His diamond, which is here in his satchel, may be valuable. His clothes, precious. The Fool doesn't care. The intimate connection with the entire universe has no time, no order, and no consciousness. It is an exercise. It is an existence away from every day, yet without responsibility. The Fool draws from the source of primal trust, guidance by his instincts, right? And so the key word at the top of the booklet is origin, right? It's an origin story kind of idea. Key questions. What is truly important in my life? What can I live without? Can I enjoy oblivious living? Am I in unhindered contact with my own instinct? Can my instinct speak freely? How can I allow unadulterated joie de vivre? to flow in my everyday life. I love it. Let's kind of jump here. And this is why I'm going to probably notate these for my own self, because these are the minors. So this is the Ace of Cups or the Ace of Hearts, right? You get a 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth until you get to the court cards, which are illustrated. So you have a description about the court cards or about the cards themselves, but then the Ace of Cups is a gift from Source. Life is like a river flowing wide and winding through rocks. Water continues to flow inexhaustibly for a pure heart. So they have keywords, right? Ace is a gift of Source. 2 is erotic feeling. 3, being in the 3 of Hearts, bring in the harvest and celebrate. Be lost in yourself for 4. Grief and loss for 5. 6 is fairy tales from another time. 7 is fantasies and castles in the air. 8 is temporary darkness. 9 is I'm sorry, brain fart. I don't know. I have to use Google speech for that one. And 10 of Cups, after a thunderstorm, the sun rises, right? It gives these kind of thought-provoking little captions and stories through it. The page just says, trust your own feelings. The Knight, tracking down the truth. The Queen is dream of the river. And the King is responsibility over feelings. So I just love these kind of keywords that I hope to maybe write in. I think on some of these cards, I'm going to also just do what a playing card would do. And in the corners, kind of write the 6. You do have the Roman numeral here, but sometimes kind of trying to look at that quickly. Roman numerals are not always my friend. Yes, I was a music major and I still struggled with it. I enjoy that the cards themselves, so these are the minors, they are black bordered with a gold detailing, and the majors are gold detailing with a black line detail. So it's this notion that, like, here's the gold is the big major picture, and this is the small detail, right? The small detail of things. You also can see it has that Marseille in that gold reflective on some of them, that crossing detail that we see in the Marseille, in the wands and the swords. This is the back. Oh, that's the front. This is the back of the card. So you could do upright inversals, but it would give it away. This is definitely not a beginner-friendly deck, I will say that. But if you're looking to kind of have a difference in style and involve and start to grow in your practice, you might want to look at something like this. Comparatively, these are narrower cards. Here is kind of a standard size card. They are still the same height, but they are just ever so slightly narrower. So they fit nicely in the hand. They are a thin card stock. So it's going to be easy to shuffle. Let's quickly just keep going. There we go. I can one-hand separate them. They will easily do the waterfall riffling. So nice, so lovely. Let me know in the comments below if there is a tarot deck that you want to see me record next, you have questions about tarot decks, leave it in the comments below. Please, friends, please remember to follow, hit that subscription bell, subscribe so you don't miss another episode. Friends, I love you, and a closer deck review, closer deck inspection, words are hard, Tyler talks, take 2. A closer inspection of the Keymaster Tarot is coming up right now.